All right, on this video, we want to give you an idea on how we set up all the tools that operate off of the supplied air cart and the bag for the air chisels. So this is a confusing setup. They're really, at this point, we haven't had a way that we can adapt all these hoses that'll work on everything. So right at this point, everything is color coded. If you'll notice on all the hoses, there's colors that correspond to where they will plug into. So the airbags have red on each end of the hose and the airbag. We have yellow on each end of the control box and the hose. The supply box, blues, everything going into the air cart is green. So every green connector will go into here. Black is going into our chisel. White is going over to our impact wrench or anything like that. So color coding is very important. If you match the colors up, you're going to be able to operate. Airbag wise, there's a reason we have two different color hoses, whether it's yellow-green, which we have a green one, whether it's yellow-red or red-green, it doesn't matter. As you can see on here, your control box knobs are red and yellow. So if you're the guy running the airbags, you want to be able to tell him up on red, down on yellow, whatever you want to do, and he does, so he doesn't move the wrong bag the wrong direction. So there's a reason for the two different colors. That's how you're going to control it. The air cart wise, two supplied bottles, we'd have to turn them on. On the back of the air cart, there's a chart, not really a chart, some labels that show you the pressures that we want to set it for. 100 PSI to run airbags and the impact tools, 200 PSI to run this air chisel. So, and now back on the front, there's two methods, and if you notice, our adapter for the air chisel is on the top side. So we can control 200 PSI off the top, we can control 100 PSI off the bottom. So we'll go ahead and set these up to where we got our pressures. All we have to do is turn on the bottles, supply the cart. This one's already giving us our pressure. We're pretty good on that one coming up. They're pretty much set to go. You check your pressures, make sure you're okay. You just don't want to over pressurize your airbags and your impact. Your chisel here, you're going to have a hard time doing it. It's only going to go up to a max point, and that's going to run. You can also run your, we have the bag for the impact or the chisel. Same thing. You can unplug it from the cart, plug it in here, and go portable with it, and keep it right on your back if you want to, or right beside where you're working. It doesn't have to work from the air cart. So you've got your air supplied. If you're running airbags, if somebody says I'm running the red bag and I'm going to lift, we're going to actually a little too fast, but that's the air, and you have a release. So you're going to air in and air out of these bags. Same there. We tried to put our lifting capacities on the bags. That bag that's going up right now, the bigger bag, is a 20-ton. So we can lift 20 tons. Height-wise, I'm not sure we have the height listed on it. We're usually in the range of 12 to 14 inches we can go with that bag. You can stack two bags on top of each other, no more than two. We have another big one, and if you can use cribbing underneath, if you have to go higher than the two will lift, you'll build a box crib or whatever you may have to build up, and then put the airbags under it and you can lift from there. So those can control. It's just any movements with the airbag should be coordinated with whoever's in charge of what you're lifting. The person controlling the box usually isn't controlling the lift. There's somebody else up there telling them what to do, up, down, whatever they want to do. Try to keep it smooth and controlled. And really the best thing to do is, we need to get out and work with actually lifting some vehicles. But the airbags are great for smooth lifts. They can lift vehicles. They can lift about anything we need to lift. The small one in situations with trapped hands or arms or anything else, it can get in there. Even in a vehicle where you may have a pedal problem, stuff that in there and it can move a pedal off somebody's foot. Everything doesn't have to be with extrication tools. These tools can do a lot of work. Same with this air chisel. It can do a lot of work on a car. You know, you can have everything set up for multiple vehicles. You know, once you have your chisel in here, this impact will work. The impact wrench, we can actually just take a car apart. If you want to show them that that works, you know, you don't have to cut everything off. We can just take the bolts out of a door. We can take the hinges off. We can do whatever if it's faster. Remove a wheel if it's necessary. If we've cribbed up a car, need to remove a wheel, take it apart. So you've got a lot of tools here on top of the extrication tools that we carry to be able to do about anything you need to do. Just be really aware and practice it with the color coding. Unless we come up with a way to adapt all these, make sure you get your color coding right and take your time to put it together correctly, and it's all going to work fine. I think that's it.